That is a magnificent example right there, actually. Hey everybody, I just wanted to read a quick little paragraph from the Martin City and South KC Telegraph. This is kind of what prompted me to want to go check out this bridge again. But on August 13th, and this article is from August 14th, on August 13th, City Council members, leaders from Kansas City Parks and Rec, local historians, Trailside Center volunteers, and members of the community gathered along the Blue River at Minor Park to unveil and celebrate 4 new historical panels. Yay! What an achievement! The installation is a result of a community partnership and common dream to extend the series of interpretive panels that dot the Indian Creek Trail on the Kansas side into Missouri. Park visitors can now learn about the significance of the adjacent Santa Fe Trail as a trade and migration route. The native people original to the area, including the Kickapoo and Osage tribes, and the role of Watts Mill, a true last chance to grind grain before wagon trains headed west. In the mid-1800s, the United States ended at the state line, said Becky Grady, volunteer at the Trailside Center and one of the speakers at the dedication. Many of us today have a hard time picturing that. So according to Miss Grady here, the state line between Kansas and Missouri here that was it as far as the United States was concerned. There was nothing else in this place after the state line there. But I can tell you that I've seen plenty of evidence from the West Coast that would suggest otherwise. The project was funded by $23,000 from District 6 PIAC Fund awarded last year, along with contributions from the Red Bridge Association, Urban Trail KC, and local writers Brian Burns and Mike Sherry. What a lovely contribution to his story. Anyways, I just wanted to read that to you guys, and we're going to get started here. Let's check out the Red Bridge. Hey guys, I recently picked up this newspaper article regarding the installation of this narrative board here, but I wanted to come take a quick look at this thing today. I haven't been down here in a while. Wanted to get Betsy out of the house. Of course, she's in the truck right now. I'm going to try to make this quick. There are always sketchy characters about. Let's check out the Red Bridge. Pink granite. This is the Blue River, I believe. if memory serves you, there was a time when you were still able to drive over the Red Bridge. This is the new one here. I'm on a little bit of an impromptu mission here. You know, it's Sunday. It's supposed to be a chill day. We're all just chilling, you know, marinating. But no, somebody's up my mother constantly. It's insane. Like, what are you in such a hurry to get to on a Sunday? Anyways, there's this bit of melt over here that I wanted to look at real quick. Poor little Betsy. If she wasn't such a tiny, vulnerable doggy, I'd let her out and she'd probably stay close to me, but what's going on here? Look at this piece. Is this a natural rock formation we're looking at? Sedimentary? So big, I'm trying to back off here. So I'm in Minor Park, by the way, which is where the Red Bridge is located. I just had to stop and look at this thing. Keeps going and going. Like the Energizer Bunny. Supposed to start raining here pretty soon. But I'm gonna drive around for a little bit over here, see what other kind of nuggets I can find. I'm gonna try to get this in here on the run because this is all 2-lane roads throughout here. Hardly anywhere to turn around. Somebody's up your butt constantly. You know, I'm in a hurry right now. But look at this. This whole freaking side of this hill. I hope that chick that just drove by doesn't plow into this group of people on bicycles that just passed. Oh, by the way, we're doing some evidence removal over here. Let me get you back. Yep. I'll just have to let it roll because somebody's up my butt right now. Maybe I'll slow it down. It's like they really programmed the NPCs into this episode today. We're all driving through the park at 90 miles an hour. Alright, I'm gonna be fast on this one because this is a private property right here. I'm not gonna venture up here. I just want to look at this real quick. This type of stuff is pretty much in every park, everywhere. I'm not really seeking out a bug adventure today. I just wanted to check out a few spots. You know, a couple piles of rubble, some ruins. Oh, this looks like a private property too. Shite. Well, here's some more. I'm not gonna drive, or I don't want to. I gotta get turned around, but I don't want to drive onto people's property. There's a ton of houses built all throughout here. Oh, I guess this is part of all the hubbub. Frickin' sports ball. Let me see if I can pull over right here. I got another big meltolithic piece to show you. I'm going to be investigating a lot of these places in the winter. You know, once all the leaves fall and all that, we'll be able to have a much better look at this stuff. But look at this. You know, it's funny how much infrastructure, even modern or whatever, you see throughout these parks when there's really nothing, or supposed to be nothing in here. These drains are all along the roads in here. Looks like water used to flow out of there at one point. Apparently you can drop in right here. Still in Minor Park. I'm not sure if this is still Blue River. There's trails and all kinds of stuff running through this park. Definitely on the list for investigating. This bridge right here actually runs over this river, and then through the woods to Grandma's house we go, over the top of the main road that we came in to this little park here. There's areas of this river that look like, you know, the area that we looked at, that there was a supposed mill. Just looked like complete melt. But I saw something up here over by these trees that was very bizarre. I'm gonna check those out, and maybe it's just a dump. Maybe it's just a brick dumping ground here. Oh, wow. Got some Coffeeville. Some of these are going home with me, I believe. What is the deal here? I mean, how bizarre. A couple of these big boys. Interesting. So we are at the Minor Park Golf Course, and I've driven by this thing about 1,000,000 times in my life and never really thought about it until I was gifted these new eyes. What's going on with this thing? And if this wasn't a golf course and a driving range, would it be a cemetery? Starting to get a few sprinkles. Check out how they've got these planks attached, if you can see it. These cables, kind of like a band. Check this out, guys. I didn't know this place existed back here. It's called the Hilltop. Looks like a retirement community. Over here off of Blue River Road, which is actually closed down. They closed down a section of it. There's a lot of nuggets in that section that they closed down too. But the area, I'd hate to leave my car lingering around. I'd have to get dropped off or something to go in there and explore, but this thing is on this massive mound. Check this out. Just a huge, massive chunk here. This hill's pretty steep. Just out here digging around, asking questions, because I believe nothing that I've been told. Goes up pretty high. Looking for goodies. These always have a ton of young trees growing on top of them. And here's the other side. I mean, it's probably 30 feet up here or more. Something interesting Look at the color of the soil here. It's like really hard. Here at Red Bud Drive in Grandview Road. Never really been back here before, but look at this. Not to beat you guys to death with the walls, but we're kind of here back on a 2-lane road where everybody's up my bum the whole time. You know, it's kind of a little rural out here. So, and here somebody comes just in time. Damn, I'm not gonna be able to show you. It's mostly covered by trees too, but just on and on. And then you got these little things at the corners of streets everywhere. Like this one, just randomly placed. There's a pretty nice one up here as an entry to this home. I bet you $5 freaking this mail truck just so happens to be parked right here at this exact moment. That's not really it. I mean, that's part of one, but then you got piles of rubble all along up here, just knocked over. You guys probably can't see any of this, but you've got areas it's been removed, and then it continues on and on behind all of the brush and crap there. Some of the hilly areas, it looks to be buried. It's still going on here. But I mean, there's nothing here. We got the same stone walls we're seeing in the city everywhere. Here it is. Look at this thing. But that, on and on it goes. Anyways, again, not to beat you to death with the walls, but it's just blowing my mind. Once you see them, they're everywhere. Just wanted to come check these things out here. That is a magnificent example right there, actually. And I'm gonna make this fast. I'm probably not supposed to be here, but I had to look at these. I've driven by them before. Check out the hardware on this thing. And a random deformed brick. If it would have been left in the oven just a little bit longer, it probably would have turned this same yellow. But that's just my opinion. Looks like this is gonna be a little bit longer of a video than I intended. I just wanted to go look at the Red Bridge today, but looks like you're getting a little bit more of an explorer out from me. Needed to get Betsy out, and I wanted to get out of the house today as well. This is actually the road that's closed down. Blue River Road. They finally just gave up on it. I guess the road kept giving out, etc. I mean, freaking A. I just drove by another just pile of bricks. It's crazy. I mean, obviously people come back here to dump their shite. So all this road's closed off. And this says this is Blue River Road. But I'm thinking the sign got flipped around somehow. But we're gonna turn back around here. I was trying to show you guys the other side of the closed road that I was on when I was looking at those massive rock formations. So this is the other side of where I was previously, and I forgot this road is actually closed off in a few different sections. but this would be an excellent place to get the bike out to. And apparently, you know, out here in the middle of pretty much nowhere, I mean, it's still technically in the city, but apparently there's just, you know, endless utilities and etc. running throughout the woods here, so totally normal stuff. I think if you've been looking into this type of research for a while, you've already run across the grid theories, and the evidence suggests, as I've mentioned before, that this place was a lot more populated than it is today, before whatever this event was that happened. But I saw one little wall down here that was close to the road, so I'm going to show you real quick, and then I'm going to wrap this thing up. Betsy's, I think she's about had enough. So back through the tunnel here. Random. I'm not sure what is going on here. It's kind of interesting. Well, I guess this answers my question about what the hell's going on over here. It's a dumping ground. And I actually, oh, there's a tile. Buddy of mine, several years ago, we got dropped off in here in the road closure area. Had ourselves a little camping trip. Can't really say it was a fun time. Little kitty. I can't rescue a cat, guys. I'm sorry. I can't deal with another cat. "18 years was plenty enough for me." And I think we're here. Let's take a quick look at this thing. It's hard to see, you know. Everything's always overgrown. I mean, it's obvious that this is something man-made here. There's some massive blocks under there. So it turns in, we got these massive monolithic looking blocks here. They still got some horizontal lines going through them. And then as we keep going here, the top's completely just, there's like two different tiers here. And then as we keep going, they start looking more like blocks. The lines are a little more defined. somebody had just about rear-ended my truck over here. You know. Check out this little, there's a cave over here. Holy cow. Look at this. And I'm not going in there today, guys, but look at this thing. Wow. That is definitely going to get checked out. Here we are with the wall. Oh, you can see the angle here. It's slanted in towards whatever this cave looking thing is up here. Obviously some sort of ancient infrastructure. And on this thing goes, just out here. There's nothing out here but junk. Anyways, that's some more walls, guys. I'm gonna get to the truck before somebody rear ends me and hurts the puppy. Where's that red coming from? But we're definitely gonna make a mental note of this. Looks like there might be a piece of steel over the top of that as well. Definitely man-made.